What up? We are live. Once again. Hoorah. Hope everybody is well. Yeah, another day in paradise, I suppose. Just getting through the week. Looking forward to Thursday evenings. We have, as you can see on the screen, we have entered the dark days of the con build. There's some things, and um, it may look like it's this last one out. Might look like it's a bit uh, unpolished, and it probably is. Um, I really wanted to get the balance options out to you guys to play with, because I know it's been like 2.5 months since I put out the previous contributor build. I didn't want it to go too much longer, so um, yeah, I um, really wanted to get the build out there, and it's functional, it's upright, it's stable. It may be a little bit unpolished. I know I'm sure there's bound to be some bugs in there, but that's part of the reason. That's one of the great reasons about not only getting access to the contributor builds, but giving access to builds is we widen the testing base by that much. So uh, that's kind of a cool perk that works both ways. So we're gonna look at a couple things tonight. What's up, Owen? So, oh, real quick, while it's fresh in my head, any anybody remember like the Heroes of Might and Magic games from the late '90s, early 2000s? Any of you guys remember those? Perhaps, maybe. Um, so I've been getting back into that game, and because I like the original games, like Heroes of Might and Magic 2, I think is the best game in the series. But I've been back into it lately, and it's a blast. And just kind of searching for stuff on it on the internet, because like I know I'm not the only person that is that into that game. Uh, and come to find out, there's a group of people working on Heroes of Might and Magic 2, very similar to them, very similar to the Mortal Kombat Plus games. So I have CMM. I've never really been into the Might and Magic games, um, but the Heroes of Might and Magic games, which it takes place kind of in the same world, in the same realm, I guess. But I like the strategy games over like the first person role playing games. But yeah, loads of fun, and turns out there's people working on something similar to what I'm doing and what Paul's doing with the Mortal Kombat games. So yeah, it's awesome. So let me go here. The first thing we're going to look at tonight is a little bit of bug troubleshooting. Um, so the CPU always finishes. Um, there are some not so great things that happen, apparently. Um, Actually, it was reported to me from Beta 1, McLovins reported it to me that Rain tried to do a fatality on, or, what Rain, pardon me, Rain tried to do a finisher, and it crashed the game. So we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna dig in, and then we're also gonna look at the attract mode, the original attract mode. Um, Possibly look at shuffling it up a little bit as from a suggestion from someone. So we'll get into it and we'll see what's going on. I have been babbling on for 6 minutes now, so that is what it is, and I'm not going to do that anymore. So we'll jump into fun stuff. So here's what's happening. What's up, Mariano McLovins? So here's something. So yeah, this happens. Okay. So that's when. So the important part is this A0 value here. Okay. So if we change the value in A0, if we change this value to 0, we change this value here, we're gonna get a friendship out of Rain. Friendship. And if we change the value to 1, we're going to get a crash. Boom. Ha ha. Change the value to 2, we're going to get a fatal. Nope, we're not. Rain just does that. The other characters do a fatality. So A0 equals 3 does the other fatality, and then A0 equals 4. We get a baby. We get a baby. I had smoke pulled up here also to demonstrate. So 0 is the friendship. Same deal. A0 equals 1. It's going to be the animality. Alright, A0 equals 2. It's going to be a fatal. And then A0 equals 3. It's going to be the fatal again. Alright, so I want to do something else here. Hey, look at that. Been really good at that. Actually, here, let me do this. Let's get back. What's up, Drac? I didn't mean to do that. I want one player. So let me get beat on here for a little bit. I love it. I hit high. I love this game. I hit low punch to do a throw, and I get thrown.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2, fight.
Okay. All right. So the A0 is 3, so we're going to get a fatality out of this. Now I wonder. Just curious. Nice. Very cool. Okay. So we know that's the fatality. So this will be the friendship.
Sub-Zero wins. Friendship.
1 is going to be the animality. So there's a few. I'm trying to get these to happen. They're kind of buggy. Might actually be able to make it happen here. So A0 is 3. Let's do A0 equals 4. Okay, maybe 2. Okay, let's try something else. Actually, I need to do a little bit of setup to make this happen. That's the big issue. Yeah, selective darkening's pretty good, isn't it? Comes out pretty well on some stages, I think. All right. Gonna let him have his way here.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2, fight.
What's up, Arturo? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get sub closer to me. That's not what I wanted. So, yeah, that's going to be a friendship. Gotta grab a fatal here. There we go. Okay. Let's try it again. Oh, crap. A0 equals 2. Yeah, I got a feeling that's going to keep happening. Yeah, it's going to be a distance thing. Okay. What's up, Master of my universe? Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up. Um, I know I've seen it happen before with certain characters, so and up yours, Jade. Oh, nice. Do you see that? Took her out of an animation. McLevin's that is an option. Um, it's like a it's like a 1 in 6 chance or something that you'll get that other jingle. It sounds like the MK2 fatality jingle. When you have the randomizer on, it adds a couple of features, not that obviously do not affect gameplay, um, but there are uh, there's some things that come with the randomizer, and having like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 6, I might up that to 1 in 10 chance of getting the MK2 style fatality jingle with a finisher. That happens in Trilogy too on the CD based games. It's not nice. It's a nice little twist.
Round two. Fight.
All right. Oh, I threw him. Oh, he threw me out of. He was sweeping and he threw me out. Okay, here we go. There we go. Alright, so we got A0 is equal to 1, so we should get an animality?
Finish him. Smoke wins.
That's funny. That's funny. Alright, so let's go A0 equals 0. Let's get a friendship out of him.
Smoke wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
Alright. Equals 2. This is where I might get tripped up. Working on the CPU always finishes stuff. That's the one. Got that psychic uppercut going on. It's kind of cool when you can make the CPU do a fatality that you made. Ah. Okay. Okay, and then 4. Alright. So 2 is the psychic one, right? Yes. Okay. So A0 equals 2. So it looks like these are pointing at different fatalities. No, they are not currently able to brutal. They can MKX brutal. And I know this because I've been MKX brutaled a few times, and it's made me about jump out of my seat. But no, I do not have them currently able to brutalize you. I'm not sure what code that is going to entail. I'm really not, but I'll give it a shot. It's on the list of things to do. All right, so we got to look at this. So it's basically jumping to. So 2 is this routine, FFB2A8D0, which is this guy right here. I think I understand why. So let's change this routine. Let's change to A800. So let's get us a look-see here. Let's try A800. Just out of curiosity. Didn't do a darn thing. And why is that? Oh my, it's quite a routine. That's moving us there anyway. Okay. It's a proximity fatality. This has got to be checking proximities. And for some reason, okay, so that's good. We got some code to look at here. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, boy. So there's some distances here that we have to be mindful of. So we're gonna go, okay. That's interesting. Okay. So A0 set at 80. A0 to A11. Then we're getting our distance apart. Aha. Okay, so let's adjust a value here. So A0 is equal to 2. So let's make A0 equal to 40. See what happens. Oh, hero. Exactly what I thought would happen just happened. And that's something. I love it when a good story comes together. So what this is this is a distance related thing. This business right here is an array, and so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16. Why is that 50? It's not a good value. What the? Hang on. Oops. I forgot to change the value there. There we go. And I didn't. Darn it. There we go. So FFB2, B7, D0. Okay. Move A0 to A1. Okay. 16, 5 hex. Add A1 to A0. Okay, FFB2, BA90. What? FFB2, BA90. Oh, it's a 5 hex shift, not a 4 hex shift. Okay. What's up, Wally? Now, there's no graphics for the hand fatality Master of My Universe. Nope. It's not even in the files. Excuse me. BA90. So we got 80, 80. Okay. So I'm curious. I'm curious now if we make an adjustment here. Oh boy. Try that again. What? So if we change this to 40, 40, that's 16 and 17. This right here, that's 16. That's the value for new, but 17. 16, 15, 14. So now if we plug this in, smoke's going to walk right on up, I think. I would like to know what. I gotta change this though. There we go. I'd like to know what these values are. You know what I mean? Like what these values particularly do. Like he's obviously supposed to walk up. Like one of them, oops. One of them is about him walking up. So if I change this one value to 80, I just want to see what it does. Alright, obviously did nothing. Set at some stupid value. Okay. Wonder if that has to do with him being on the other side, maybe. Let's try something. Let's move smoke. We're moving smoke on the screen here just to see what that'll do, so we can walk the other way. If we change this back to 80, actually let's move it back to like A0. Do something stupid here. Yeah, so he actually backs up to that distance. So we know what the first number does. Okay, so let's collect ourselves here. So removing that value. Hadn't thought about that, Buzzdale. You're probably right, really. You know, the noob portrait wasn't that bad. The rain portrait looked like you were looking through it, like it was just so blurry. It was like a 7th grade Photoshop project for one of the like kids of one of the people at Midway or something. That's what it looked like to me. I could be wrong, but all right. So we've got that value. Okay, so let's see at A0. Hey, so is my mouse visible on screen, guys? I can't tell. Can you guys see my mouse? So the value at A0 corresponds to the value that I plugged in here for smoke. Okay, cool. So A1, the value here is 400400040. So we're moving what is it? 105 B950 to A5, which is some god awful ugly value. I have no idea what even is supposed to be there. That is some value that doesn't even look like 105 B950. Hey, we have no memory value for that. 105. The only thing I can think of is that some odd random number. I don't know. But anyway, so we're shifting right logical 10 hex to A0. And that's all we're doing with it. Okay. So let's do something fun. We'll do the same thing. And then we'll just say the process current is now FFB2AB70. So we're going to do, so we just did a ZEXT. I don't have my handy dandy user's guide available to tell me what that thing does, but it's the same value. So let's see what happens now. It did the other fatality.
Fatality.
Okay. So the computer kind of knows a little bit. Oh, okay. So what it's saying is that if it's outside... Oh, okay. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I bet maybe if it's outside of that range to do the other fatality. Maybe. So let's try it. The same thing. Blah, 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 blah. So we're going to make our process current AB70. We're going to ZEXT. So now it's 80.
Smoke wins. Fatality.
Okay, but now I want to see why A0 value 3 does the other fatality. Okay. So we're just skipping over that stuff entirely. So I don't know if that's the best bet. Yeah, I don't understand why smoke jumps like that.
Fatality.
Alright, so now we're at 140. Is he gonna walk away? Oh boy, that's too far, smoke.
Wins.
Okay. Alright, so now let's play around with this to where everything goes to A8B0. So we're gonna run some simulations here. So every single one of those is gonna hit. love it.
Jade wins.
Alright, so now we're gonna go smoke.
Round 2. Fight.
Actually, you know what? Shoot. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna state save. Okay. We're just gonna run them out. Goodbye.
Finish him.
Okay.
Fatality.
Then get a little bit further inside. Come on, smoke.
Finish him.
Oh, psh.
Wins. Finish him. Smoke wins.
Okay. Daggone it.
Smoke wins.
Oh my gosh.
Wins. Finish him. Smoke wins. Superb. Finish him. Smoke wins. Fatality.
Okay.
Finish him. Smoke wins. Fatality. Finish him. Smoke wins. Fatality.
So far, it seems straight. Like if he's at a certain distance, he'll get you one way.
Finish him.
If he's another distance, he'll get you another way.
Fatality.
Alright, let's carry this over to some other characters then. Yeah, that's right.
Round 1.
Okay, so let me get bodied by Jade here again real quick. Okay, so now time to get bodied by everybody. So let's start with old Onak. I mean Kano.
Wins. Fatality.
Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
God in heaven.
Round 2. Round 2. Fight.
I want to get him close up here.
Finish him.
Looks like he's always going to back away on that. A0 and 48. What do we have for smoke? A0 and 40. Let's see what Jade does. Actually, we're going to do this. Oh boy. Alright, so we're getting bodied.
Round 2, fight. Finish him. Sonya wins. Fatality. Round 2, fight.
Come on, Onak.
Finish him.
Oh, there we go.
Wins. Fatality.
We're all doing the same fatalities here, right? AAD, 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 AAD. Perfect. Alright, so Onak can do it. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him Onak. I know that's Kano backwards, but it's funny to me.
Fight. Finish him. Round 2, fight. Finish him.
You gotta be kidding me.
Round 2, fight. Finish him.
Oh, you didn't get there in time, Sonya. You had to think too much.
Round 2, fight. Finish him. Sonya wins.
Okay, well, that's not a good fit for her. Not sure what causes that. Okay. So we know we have to work on Sonya a little bit there. Let's go to Jax.
Round 2, fight. Finish him. Jax wins.
That's not a good fit for Jax either. Okay. So let's switch these all to all to ABF. Okay. Okay.
Round 2, fight. Finish him.
Yeah, that's not right.
Jade wins. Fatality.
Okay, let's go back to AAD.
Round 2, fight. Finish him. Jade wins. Fatality. Round 2, fight. Finish him.
Gilnai. I don't understand. Use more sprites to shadow project to noob.
Fatality.
I don't understand that.
Round two. Fight. Finish him. Jade wins. Fatality. Round two. Fight. Finish him. Jade wins. Fatality.
Also, Gilnai, hi, how you doing? Nice to hear from you. It's kind of nice to sometimes, get a hello from somebody before they just start telling you what to do. I could be delusional too. I don't know. All right, so there's a distance requirement. We're going to A8D0, which is down here. There's A800. We're just coming in and making demands is not any way to get your demands met. But that's what we're working on. We're working on an option. So there's an option. Maybe you haven't seen the last couple streams. I'm going to show you, Gilnai. Go to UMK3 Plus settings. Go to finishing options. CPU finishers. Choose whether CPU always performs finisher. Currently working on those settings this stream.
Round two. Fight. Finish him. Jade wins.
If that makes sense.
Fatality.
So I want to mess with something else. Because you know me. Let's change this all to A800. Let's try this. Let's try A800 for everything.
Round two.
Okay. No, A800.
Round two. Fight.
Try this again. All right, ow.
Round
There we
two.
go.
Fight. Finish him. Jade wins. Fatality. Round two. Fight.
got 2 fatals out of Jade there, boys.
Jade wins.
What's up, Kurano?
Fatality.
Alright, so let's go back to Mr. Divisio.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
And Ermac turned even more red.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Oh, we got another one out of him.
Wins. Fatality.
Angry Monkey. Who we got here, Angry Monkey? Do not believe. Have I seen you on here before? So we got two for two, Kano and Jade.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh well, welcome to the stream, Angry Monkey.
Finish him. Sonya wins.
That's an odd fatality. It really is. Like you get the pile of bones, but then you get the big, like, oops. Like, you get the pile of bones, but then you get like the bone explosion.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Sonya wins.
All right, come on, Sonya, give me something here.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
We want the kiss of death, Sonya.
Round 2.
Darn it, we want it from Sonya, not Jade. Dude, now if you go back and read that, Master of My Universe, I would love a Heath bar right now myself. I don't know about you, but I could go for a Heath bar. Now you've got me hungry, Master of My Universe. Thanks. But I see what you're saying. It's something. The thing about that is like you start getting into like altering the palettes, and you get into like there's so many like every time you want to modify a palette during the game, you have to go into a core, basically go into a core routine and add a hook to a core routine. Adding hooks to core routines makes me nervous.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Sonya, you're disappointing me. What's going on here, Sonya?
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Sonya wins. Fatality. Round 2.
Oops. Alright, let's move on to Jax.
Round 2.
Now there might be some polishing up to do for Sonya, but
Finish him. Jax wins.
nice. Old Jax giving the boot. So yeah, it's but the thing that dark mode does is that just completely blacks out the screen. That basically disables the draw attribute until a hit occurs, and then the draw attribute is allowed for a few frames, which is why on stages like and if I'm not mistaken, it goes to the background color, if I'm not mistaken. So in like the desert, it's like the blackout color is like a shade of blue. I'll demo that in a second. Just give me 1 second.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Hey, hey! We got 2 out of jacks.
Jax wins. Fatality.
Okay. So let me show you. Oops. So we'll do this real quick. Oh my. There it is. Ranger, I am doing um, um, CPU always finishes fatalities. Yeah. Angry Monkey, you are definitely new to the stream. You're going to be in for a big surprise here in just a second, buddy.
Round 1. Fight. Kitana wins. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Kitana wins. Flawless victory.
So you check this out here. Oh no, it's going to force the stage. Never mind.
Kitana Scorpion. Round 1. Fight.
That's right, it's going to force the stage. Oh, oh. Oh, there we go.
You will never Scorpion Kitana. Round 1. Fight. Kitana wins. Flawless victory.
Alright. So that's... Yeah, that's just how that works. So... Let's go just real quick for my own... edification here. Just want to make sure that... I just want to make sure it's dark combat doing that screwy stuff. So the first couple pixels of the first assets or so, a couple assets in the background. Okay, good.
Fight.
Alright, so back to what we were doing. But yeah, there you go. There's the bank in all of its glory. Angry Monkey, and as a nice welcome to the stream, I'll do 2 things for you. Check it out. You even get your uppercut, and Check out the selective darkening. There you go.
Flawless victory. Fatality. Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Oh, Wolf, you the man.
Wins. Fatality.
Yeah, I like the bank. It's pretty cool. I wish it had like I don't know if I could pick a different stage to take out. I don't know if I could have picked a different stage to take out, but if I would have picked a stage to take out, it wouldn't have been the bank. So they also completely removed obviously the MK3 hidden portal. Um, kind of wish they would never have removed that either. But all the stages I feel like are kind of iconic. I can't think of one stage that I would remove. I don't know. I can't think of another stage that I would remove. I understand why they did it. If you look on the graphics chips are jam packed. I'm guessing that they they were only allotted an amount of chips to make the games on. Um, that's my best guess because they were being offered. UMK3 is being offered as a free upgrade. I'm guessing some of those chips that got taken out of the MK3 machines were probably recycled and reburned for other games, possibly UMK3. I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're all good stages. So all right, we got another state load. Let's put Wolfie back in there.
Fight. Finish him.
Oh yeah.
Wins. Fatality.
So A800 might that A800 routine might be the best opportunity for these fatalities.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Frosty. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Round 2. Fight.
Come on, Subby, get in there.
Well done. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
There we go. So we got it for sub.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Nice.
Wins. Fatality.
That was one of my favorite things about the fatality improvements was on Striker.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Oh, 2 for 2, boys.
Striker wins.
Oops. See if I can make Striker do it again.
2. Fight. Finish him.
Nope.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
So, if you guys remember, I added a listener for Striker's fatality to wait until the opponent gets to a certain frame in their dizzy animation, and then he places the bomb. That way it looks the way it's supposed to. It looks like they've got a bomb vest strapped to them. And one more time.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
So watch. Striker's Fatality. I kind of enhanced it from MK3, where you have an explosion and the background color changes for a frame. Boom. All right, let's bring in
Round 2. Fight.
Sindel.
Finish him.
Oh, you waited too long, Sindel. Come on. Don't do me like this, Sindel. Dang it. It's the wrong one. Don't do me like this.
Round 2. Fight.
That's the wrong character.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Some of this could be because, in fact, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna like put up an honest to goodness fight against Sindel, so she can wear me out. Wear me down naturally, and we'll get a better idea of what'll happen. And that's not why he was, Johnny Cage was not in MK3 for that reason. He was actually encouraged to go do Bloodstorm. He wasn't in MK3 because he and a couple of the other MK2 characters were involved in a lawsuit, and it's probably not a good idea for both sides to be employed by a company or doing work for a company that you're in the process of suing. Hey, look at that. Okay, so I think when we do this a more normal fighting way, it's like a throwing show. I'll have her hit me from full screen. She makes her decision. Okay. I think this is going to be good. I really do. Like, I'll go through all the characters because it's fun. Okay. I'm satisfied with that. Hey, come on now, Sector. That's not cool. What the heck? I'm not trying to build a time. I'm not trying to build a Rolex here, but come on. Don't make it hard on me. You ever heard the phrase, you're building a Timex, not a Rolex? What? Oh, come on. Yeah, we saw that earlier, Kurana. All right, well, we'll keep Sector in mind. Let's, well, you know what? Let's do it again. Do it again, and we'll artificially create some stuff here. There we go, maybe. Well, there he moved in and did it. That's probably a distance thing. Alright, let's load up the trash can. So B0 and 90, so they're kind of tough. They're kind of tight requirements. Nah, I can live with it. We just do need to make an adjust. We definitely need to remember this adjustment for human smoke. In fact, let's drive that in there right now. 65752. Copy. FFB2 BA90. B2. It's just a byte level change. That's that. Alright. Cyrax! Cyrax! You know, I can't ever, ever, ever miss an opportunity for that. Cyrax! Holy crap! That fatality's lame. I'm just gonna come out and say it. That fatality just, the laugh is cool.
Fight.
2 for 2 out of Cyrax.
Cyrax wins.
That's a some fatalities I can get behind. Bye-bye. Alright, what's Kung Lao's other one? That's a hat toss, right? Where he slices you up, throwing his hat. Oh, that's Cabal. Alright, we'll come back to Kung Lao in a minute. Write a novel. Block the fireball. Write a novel. Punish the move. Alright, Mariana, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Round 2. Fight. Well done.
Well then.
Fatality. Round 2. Fight.
So much damage.
Finish him. Fate.
Come on, Cabal. Do the other fatality. Here, artificially create some distance here.
Finish him.
That fatality's funny. Alright, Shiva, what you got for me? Oops.
Wins.
Didn't mean to do that.
Round 2. Fight.
No, what are you? Oh, never mind. Oh! Ripped.
Wins. Fatality.
Well, both of Shiva's fatalities are kind of close up, so this one might be difficult. Don't know how we're gonna.
Fight. Finish him. Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Shiva wins. Fatality.
That fatality was also super lame. Alright, Shangy.
Fight.
Let's create some fatality time.
Finish him. Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Nope. What's his other fatality? I'm sorry, he takes your soul and, like, it floats off. Teabag Shang here. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he sucks your soul out and then he turns you into soup.
Finish him.
Like that.
Wins. Fatality.
Alright. Well, this is just so much fun. We're going to keep going.
Round 2. Fight.
Sorry, I don't mean to body these guys.
Finish him.
Alright, let's drop a machine on him, Lou.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Hey, it's like he knew what I wanted.
Wins. Fatality.
Give him the suck. Oh my gosh. Smoke.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Okay.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
He really likes doing that fatality.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Yeah, it's another one of those artificial creations there.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Whoa, alright then.
Wins.
It's like they're cooperating with me now. This is amazing.
Round 2. Fight. Well done. Finish him.
What? What?
Kitana wins.
That wasn't part of it, Katana. What the crap?
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
What?
Kitana wins.
What the ever-loving crap is going on here?
Superb. Well done. Finish him.
Okay.
Fate.
I mean, as long as the fatal, as long as it's like otherwise behaving, I'm fine with it.
Finish him.
Like, I don't care if like an extra couple bunnies get thrown in with the fatalities. Like, that's really not that big a deal.
Well done. Finish him.
As long as they perform their fatalities,
Fatality.
that's all that matters. See, we've seen Jade.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright. Melina, you slob. So much damage. Gross.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
I don't know what you mean by by slow-mo and the rabbit. What do you mean?
Fight. Finish him. Melina wins. Fatality.
Alright, I'll take it back. Hang on. Let me try to create it here.
Fight. Finish him.
Alright, what do you want to see? Oh my gosh, that is so... Oh my gosh. That's like demonic looking. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's like demonic looking. They have like the red eyes and everything. That is nuts. Like taking a bite out of you. Did anybody ever play the Quest for Glory games? This is by Sierra. Back in like the, it started in like the mid to late '80s, and they went through like the mid '90s. you would fight a rabbit occasionally, and it looked a lot like this one. They're both throwbacks to Monty Python. And what's so funny is it like it carries them. It just keeps carrying them off the stage. Let me see if I can modify a value here to show you. Camera. I need the camera X. Well, maybe I'm not going to get... I know there's an X position somewhere. Position X. Maybe. Oh wait, we gotta... Okay. Yes, she'll keep taking him off the stage. And like you can actually hear the blood drops continuing to hit well after he's off the screen. A shrubbery. Okay. Whoa, that's kind of trippy. Well, Scorpion. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen. Just gotta get him to the right. Fine. We're just gonna. We're gonna play. Dang it, Scorpion. Her mat combos are so swaggy. Is that right, Drac? I did not know that. That's kind of cool. Write a novel, punish the move. Scorpion, you're disappointing me so many times. Alright, we'll make a note of Scorpion, because he's being a jerk.
Round 2. Fight. Well done.
Awesome. Alright. What's the other one? Acid Spit, right?
Finish him.
Close enough. We'll take it. Alright, Uncle Mac.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Good enough.
Round 2. Fight.
Hey, Ermac cooperated. Now this one, we got a new fatality, so who knows what's going to happen here.
Finish him.
Oh, Lord.
Fatality.
Makes me wonder if they had another, like when stuff like that happens, it makes me wonder if they had another fatality planned.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Well, even that happens.
Sub-Zero wins.
Alright. Well, we're going to have to go back to the breakpoints here and probably fix another value like we did for smoke.
Round 2.
Oops.
Round 2. Fight.
FFB2 BA70. Nope. Yeah, those are going to have to be... Those are going to have to both be 40, I think. FFB2 BA70.
Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
No. Ah.
Round one. Fight. Jade wins.
I saved the state instead of loading it. I saved the state instead of loading it. So I just had to deal with jumping to another stage.
Finish it.
What are you doing?
Sub-Zero
Oh boy.
wins.
It's another one of those odd animality quirks.
Round two. Fight.
I haven't really done anything with the AI.
Superb. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Animality.
Yeah. Yeah, Sub-Zero is misbehaving.
Round two. Fight.
Yes, they do. I just have them all doing fatalities right now.
Well done. Superb. Finish him. Sub-Zero.
Okay.
Fatality.
Smoke.
Round
Don't fail me now.
well done. Well done. Finish him. Smoke wins.
Yes, they do. That is correct. They bend on the spike.
Round two. Fight. Finish him.
Fair enough.
Round two.
Oops.
Fight.
Let's get...
Round two. Fight. Finish him.
Alright. It's a fatality I can get behind right there, fellas.
Fatality.
Okay, now I'm just curious because he doesn't have any.
Round two.
Let's see what this fool does. Yeah, so Noob is not a dummy anymore. He will not double disable you.
Super official. You suck.
Oh my goodness. I'm astounded. That just doesn't seem right. Dang it. Noob behaves like...
Fight. Finish him. It's official. You suck.
Oh, I know why. Because that's what his fatality is programmed to do.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
Rain is likely going to be all kinds of misbehaving here.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, what a combo, Rain. Oh, hitting me again with that. Oh, come on, dude. Now that's uncalled for. 3 lightning strikes in a row. Let's hope I don't get copyright flagged for the wind blowing in the background.
Finish him.
Okay. I know exactly what's causing that. So remember, we're pulling this value.
Round 2. Fight.
Aha, gotcha. I knew it was coming. I'm like Raiden, I foresaw it. Ah, oh. Okay. So here's what's happening. This array that these all pull from, this FFB2 B7D0, FFB2 B7D0, FFB2 B7D0, yeah. So this is an array. This is an array that everything pulls from. Problem is, you have a value that is basically going out of range because it's only calculated for up through noob. So it's wanting to use this value FFB2 BB10, but FFB2 BB10, there's no value here, so you're going to get some stupid value, FFB5 4E60. So this is the value that you're pulling right here. Excuse me. So that's what it is. So we're getting a bad value. So it's basically, it wants rain to get a ridiculous amount away. That's why he's jumping. He's covering as much ground as he can. See this E460? So let's change this value. A0 equals, I don't know, 80. Kurosu, I am going to take a break once Beta 2 releases. I'm pushing to get Beta 2 out by July. Hopefully it gets done by July, because by then I'm going to have 4 kids, and I'm going to take a break. In my opinion, a well-deserved one. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to so let's run this again with rain.
Round two. Fight. Well done. Finish him.
Dang it.
Round two. Fight.
Okay, so this, let's do a little search, FFB2 B7D0. So the nice thing is that this little piece of code only comes up once. So we can do this a couple different ways. We can do it thank you. There's a couple different ways. When we hook into this, we're gonna hook into it because I'm not gonna relocate the entire array. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go at FFB2 A930. I need to move that. B2 FFB2 A930. We're going to do a jump. And where are we jumping to? We're going to jump back to here. We're going to do fatal rain check. Make sure we got the room to do it. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of room. So we're gonna say, let's see, can we, I don't think we can jump relative to that. Yes, we can. But it doesn't matter because we're just taking up space anyway. Yeah, that routine is used a ton, so we're definitely absolutely not hooking into that. So the fatal rain check we're going to say move what's it A8 to 1F0 hex to A1. if it's rain, character ID 1A. What are we going to call this? Rain is making it rain. Otherwise, we are going to do the original stuff. Which is move additional FFB2 0 hex to A0. And we're going to check return. So rain is making it rain. So we need to do this real quick. Yeah, there we go. 'Cause we got to add those bytes in because we need to do this. Rain, 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 which is A990. Rain is making it rain. We're going to go. If rain is making it rain, we're going to no, that ain't right. 80. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that should be right. Okay. All right, so now let's do some fun stuff. Okay. And go here. Yes. Here we go.
Fight.
Yeah, like the stream. Darn it. Hopefully some people like the stream. Alright, moment of truth. Uh-oh. Is that right? Maybe it is. That's not right. Bzz. That's gone. Alright, so those distances, these jump relatives are not going to work. So that's fine. Just like 2 extra bytes, not a big deal. Okay. CA06. Well, that's fine. That's no big deal.
Fight.
Hey, we had a crash. Imagine that. Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, I might have inverted those values. That's okay, though.
Finish him.
Well, that's not any good. Alright, so let's swap this value here.
Fight. Well done. Well done.
right. Look at that. So let's do some natural causes here. Alright. Hey, we are a little over 2 hours into the stream. Just finishing up testing some fatalities. This is for the routine that the CPU finishes. The CPU always finishes the opponent. Welcome, Peter. Alright, well, I am satisfied with the fatalities. So we're going to make both of these A800. Well, at least with the video on demand portion of it, you can skip over the boring parts. Although, I have to say that this has been, in my opinion, one of the less boring streams lately. Because I've been watching all kinds of body parts blow all over the place, and it's kind of fun. Alright, so all of the characters have friendships, right? So let's start with that. And let's see. Friend your ship. So let's get friendshipped. I really need to have Rain do something after he gets somebody with the rain ball. Oops. Alright, that's state load. Alright. it. Alright, hold on. Daggone it. Just the character had already been loaded.
Well done.
Easy enough.
Reptile. You will never win. Round one.
Hang on, we're getting there.
Superb. Shanks
Okay.
wins.
Now we'll state save.
Round
There we go. Here comes some bubble gum.
well done.
Oh, just missed him. Oh.
Kano wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
There we go.
Round two. Fight. Well done. Superb. Finish him. Sonya wins. Friendship. Friendship.
Both of Sonya's friendships are kind of lame.
Round two. Fight. Superb. Finish him. Jax wins. Friendship. Friendship. Round two. Fight. Finish him.
And we get a machine drop.
Nightwolf wins.
You
Friendship.
gotta be careful he doesn't drop the machine on his foot. That would be embarrassing.
Round two. Fight.
Oh, shoot.
Wins.
Oops. I mean, actually beat him.
Round three. Fight. Superb.
Frost in a box. I like that. His hair's on fire. Alright.
Friendship. Friendship. Again. Round two. Fight.
Dang, Rain, you're slow, son.
Round two. Fight. Finish him.
That was fun.
Sindel.
Alright, thanks, Sindel.
Friendship.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Round two. Fight. Finish him. Sector wins.
It's
Friendship.
another fairly lame friendship. But, you know, can't take these games too seriously.
Round two.
I think Cyrax's is funny.
Finish him. Cyrax wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
Actually, good catch. I think. Let's see what's this. Yeah. A3F0. Yeah, A510 is the friendship. Could always do something like this. Let's try this. Because Peter, you're kind of right. What is this? $76.30. $76.30. Let's try that.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Kano wins. Round 2. Fight.
I like it's a good idea.
Finish him. Striker.
Let's try a little bit more delay. What do you say? Is it 1800? Let's try just a little bit more delay. We'll go back to the gum.
Fight. Finish him. Kano wins. Friendship.
Yeah, if we do something silly like 1840, which is just like a 3 hex
Fight.
or 3 frame delay.
Finish him.
Yeah. Okay. So I think 20 is the max constant you can move. Yeah. So we'll say state save F your ship 2. And let's continue on. Let's go. Where were we? We were up to Kung Lao.
Round 2. Fight.
It did, but that is what it is. That's the special effect. The danger is considered a special effect that runs in its own special process.
Finish him. Kung Lao wins. Friendship. Again.
Oops. Oh, son of a gun. Ah, damn it. Alright, trash can's gonna get beat on. Just skip to Shang.
Fight. Well done. Superb. Shang Tsung wins. Round 2. Fight.
Dude's not even out in. He's not even out of recovery frames, and he rolls around in the weeds with Sector, or whatever you want to call that.
Finish him. Shang's friendship.
What the heck was that? That's not gonna work. Alright. That routine's not gonna work.
Round two. Fight. Finish him.
Well, see there, he got into range, and then he did the friendship. So, yeah, that's fair. That'll work.
Friendship. Again.
Yeah, I like that. That's fine. That is fine. We don't need that. It was a good idea, but we don't need it. What else we got? Who else do we want to look at? Oh, yeah. Who's got new friendships? Ermac.
Fight. Finish him. Ermac wins. Friendship. Friendship. Again.
Alright, so let's go to Scorpion.
Fight. Superb. Finish him. Scorpion wins. Friendship. Friendship. Again.
I like that, but I also like the idea of Scorpion getting in a little closer.
Fight.
Thank you. That is a UMK3 Plus exclusive.
Well done.
Interesting thing is, well, it uses all existing frames because it's just the rabbit from the first part of the animation from Katana's Animality. All right. Here's another array that would probably have to adjust. So 80. Yeah, he needs to get in closer than that. Oops. There he slides in a little bit closer. He's like, hey, here's a Jack in the Box. Aha! Bye! Let's see. Reptile's probably the same, I'd guess. Hello, Mortal Kombat Online Brazil. Yep, there we go. So 80, yeah. Which is so odd to me because I think you have to be closer to do the friendship as a human player. So I'm curious even more so now. All right, here we go. Here comes sub in a box. All right, here we go. $80, yeah.
Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
But now if we take that again and we knock that space requirement down, okay, so we knock that space down, make A0 equal to like 50 again. He's going to walk in closer.
Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
So and then let's look at human smoke. See what his is. I'm guessing they did a whole bunch of generic stuff. It's just generic values in the array.
Well done.
Yeah, same deal. Generic values.
Finish him. Smoke wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
So for example, let's look at human smoke again. And let's assign him a value that's a little more consistent with what we'd like it to be. So let's make it like, I don't know. Let's make it like 100. That might be too much, I don't know.
Finish him.
Nope, he just walks back.
Smoke wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
So we'll do some byte corrections on some of these friendships. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12. FF B2, B5, E0, B2, B5, okay. Oops. So we're gonna, so this is Scorpion, Reptile, Armac, Classic Sub, Human Smoke. do it on Ermac here. Just to show you.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him.
There we go. Create a little distance. Do your thing. Put him down.
Ermac wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
Alright. So let's see what happens with Noob. It is not Dumero, unfortunately. The DCS sound system is proprietary. He did not CMM. His animality, the sprites were in there.
It's official. Use friendship. Friendship again.
I suppose Noob's friendship could be just not killing you. I have a feature turned on called Silent Combat. UMK3 plus settings, gameplay options. It forces silent combat, so there's no music during combat. This is useful. This was given to me as a suggestion by someone who said, you know, some people like to play with their own soundtrack in the background, and I get that. I respect it, and I decided to build it in for him. Yeah, that's why it's there. It's also great for for YouTube, not copyright claiming things from Water Tower Music. So. What else do we want? Let's look at. Oh yeah, rain doesn't really matter here, does he? $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17. That's why he gets so close. It doesn't matter. It's a good value. I don't care. What's the noob friendship idea, CMM? I'm down for ideas simply on account of the fact that I don't yeah. Flying with an umbrella, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. All right, what else we got? Okay. So the friendships are good. The babalities are babalities. I got a twist on that CMM. What if you have what if you have Noob throw the bowling ball, and Kung Lao's dog Kung Lao's dog comes after it from the other side and it knocks him over. Ooh, I'm a little slap happy. Whew. That poor dog can't catch a break. I don't think they have the sprites to do that. Or maybe Noob can throw a ball and he can throw a smaller ball, like one of the one of the things that that he breaks into on the clone throw that gets blocked. Maybe he could throw one of those, and maybe Kung Lao's dog can fetch it and bring it back. So yeah, he could throw him a shadow baseball. Alright, let's see. Let's get the baby. Let's get the babality going here. I mean, these are obviously very, very simple. These are obviously like ridiculously simple. Yeah, nothing needs to be done with those. I don't think there's oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah, there's really nothing that needs to be done with that. It's got the friendships ironed out. The only thing we need to do is we need to cover the routines for the characters that do not have animalities. I want to look at this too. So yeah, here's another array. Which I believe is going to, yeah, this dictates how far away that you need to be. Like these 50 values, these are all close up. It's how far away the CPU is going to be. So we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17. Yeah. 18, 19, 1A. Of course, certain ones don't have routines. And I think the reason that Rain crashes the game is because he doesn't have a routine to go into, because that array is out of bounds after 17, which is, of course, noob. So let's check on Okay. So let's get up here with some of these. Who doesn't? Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's one thing we need to check. Dummy. Oh, I did it again. Son of a gun. So now we can state save. There. Because well, just because the suggestions come in, Drac, doesn't mean that they're gonna be implemented or even entertained. Come on. There you go. Yeah, such a little frog. And yeah, all the frog frames were already in there. They just didn't get implemented. It's like they knew he needed to be right there too. That's the funny part. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, they all had I guess they just filled out the values with whatever they could. I don't know. I don't know. So let's get somebody that doesn't have one in there.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, it is a weird one. Ah, he just went out of sweep frames to throw me.
Well done. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Animality.
Yeah, so that's what happens with characters that don't have animalities,
Fight.
which is noob.
Well done. Superb. Finish him. Smoke wins.
And I presume the same thing is going to happen for noob. Because scaling up graphics does not work as easily as you think it would. It works like it doesn't create any problems on MAME. It looks just fine. But you put it on arcade hardware and it is a mess. It looks terrible. Doesn't even look like the sprite it was intended to be. It's all garbled.
Round 2. Fight. Well done. Well done. Superb. Finish him. It's official. Use.
Yeah, and so with rain, what's going to happen is it's going to try to trigger a. It's going to try to call a routine that is not there because it's basically an array that does not have enough values in it. So it's going to say no thanks, and the game is going to reset itself. Ah, you missed. Maybe it's one of those poison dart frogs that like smashes you and you're dead.
Finish him.
Goodbye. Okay, so what do we want to do here? What if we go, because we don't want rain to be popping the game. What if we go, let me just build a little routine here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so A0 is empty. Rain, animality check. I think was it an eel or something? Oh, no, it was the anteater. That's right. Who was the eel? Oh, that was Raiden. Never mind. So the rain animality check. Actually, we're gonna go because none of the other guys have them, right? Classic sub, human smoke, noob cybot, rain. None of them have animalities. So we want, if that happens to them, we'll just make them cycle back through. Now we'll just give them a fatality. We'll go move, what's it, A8 to 1F0 hex, 15 hex to A0, jump relative less than original malady crap. Otherwise, we're going to jump absolute to B2 800. And the original, or no. Wait a minute. Yeah. There we go.
Finish him.
Okay, so a little bit nuanced bit here. Alright, and this is all going to be alright. Alright, so with Ermac, we should get an animality.
Well done. Finish him.
Okay. But now we do 15.
Round 2.
We do sub. Sub should get a fatal out of this.
Well done.
and smoke.
Round 2. Fight. Well done. Well done. Finish him. Smoke breathes. Fatality.
And Noob is just gonna
Round 2.
uppercut.
Fight. Finish him. It's official. You slayer. Animality.
Okay. That's right, because he's one of the ones that can misbehave. Yeah, well, Noob Saibot can eat a fat one. Let's check it again, just to be sure. 'Cause, you know, we care about is this one, because Noob, he'll probably get some. He'll probably get a fatality, maybe two, for public beta 2. Oh, look at that. He went out of his lightning frames to throw me. Cheating bastard. Did it again. The 1F0, which is 1A. So we're going right to the fatals.
Finish him. Fatality.
Alright. Well, I'm happy with that, how that turned out. So we got some scripts to update. Only other question, that's something I was thinking of. They basically have an equal chance to do each of these finishers. And my thought was, you know, you get a fatality, a friendship, an animality, or a babality. And this is, after all, Mortal Kombat. Hi, Shirai Ryu. I'm doing well, thank you. This is, after all, Mortal Kombat. Should we have more chances for a fatality? Or should we leave it even split? Fatal, friendship, animality, babality. This is one where I'm genuinely looking for feedback on, because I just don't know. I'm not really sure how not really sure. I'm perfectly content to keep it that way. Yeah, Drac, I agree. He's not gonna get, like, the animalities for Rain and Noob are just ridiculous. So they won't be getting one. If I decide to put something in for a friendship for Noob, it'll be something simple, and, you know, if people don't like it, they don't have to do it. whatever it would be simple. It wouldn't be like I'm not importing bowling pins, like bowling pin graphics into the game. It just doesn't. That's not worth extra chips, honestly. Yeah, the slowed down baby noise. That's right. I would like. I would use like Smoke's horn. Let's do this. The animalities do kind of suck. That's 2 votes to remove the animalities from CPU finishers. Oh, here, how's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. That'd have been bad. So you've got 5 chances for a fatal, 4 chances for a fatal, and then 1 chance for each of friendship, animality, and babality. In fact, let's do one more. Make sure we got enough room. Just barely. But yes, we do have enough room. All right, so that's I think what we're going to end up with. So what you've got is you got 5 chances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chances for a fatality, and then 1 shot each at a friendship, animality, or babality. So 5 out of 8 is what? What's 5 divided by 8? I don't know. 5 divided by 8. What's our chances here? You got a 62.5% chance of a fatality. And then you've got a 12.5% chance of the other 3. Either of the other 3. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's fair. Yeah, it's close enough. Good enough for government work. Very good. So we get our next get our next one up here. Already starting on the next round of changes. What is that? And so that basically gives characters without animalities better chances to do fatalities. A fatality. Bear Sub-Zero. All you gotta do is a YouTube search for Bear Sub-Zero, and the crap-eating grin that he makes when he wins a round is absolutely amazing. That's the only, like, all of the Mugen crap that we've had to deal with for all these years. It's made worth it by watching Bear Sub-Zero do his thing. Even the uh, uh, even the announcement, even the announcement is amazing. Um, so like, yeah, so like it's just like it's like the most unenthusiastic uh Aubrey Plaza's character, April from Parks and Rec, would do the best announcement of that. Bear Sub Zero wins, like whip de doo. So, yeah. All right, so let's switch gears for the final few minutes here. And there was a suggestion that was made by your MK Arcade source that I think we should entertain. Just got to find the script. Oh Lord. That's not helpful. Let's try this again. Main, is it? New attract mode. So his suggestion was that we do so. All right, so here is the current and I'll preface this by saying he made the suggestion before hearing the MK3 attract mode audio in the intro, so we'll bear that in mind also. But his suggestion. So here we have Midway Presents. The same, like, and this is how it works in MK3. And then instead of the MK logo coming up next, you get the UMK3 logo. And then it goes into the fight. So what Mike had suggested is we do this. I hope it's this simple. I was just changing the order slightly here. Which I would have to change the startup sound probably to go here. And then you have the attract mode going through here. I love the storyboards. Storyboards are absolutely gorgeous. It was just the change instead of Raiden or Midway Presents and then Raiden's story. It's Raiden's story and then Midway Presents. Like Raiden's story and then Midway Presents Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. As opposed to Midway Presents Raiden's story Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. of course, you have your
Round one, fight. Well done. Well done.
yeah. Let's run through it again. Okay. Sequence Midway presents. Oh, okay. So yeah, I would just be switching them up. So let's go through it again. I'll throw the audio up a little bit here. So you know what? I'm going to read it because I want to see how long it's going to stick around for, if it makes sense for it to stick around as long as it does. I'm not going to read it all creepy pasta or anything like that, or ASMR or whatever. You've been chosen to represent Earth in Mortal Kombat. Be warned. Although your souls are protected against Shao Kahn's evil, your lives are not. I cannot interfere any longer, as your Earth is now ruled by the Outworld gods. These are the words of Raiden. Okay. Now. Yeah, it's worth entertaining. I'll show this portion of the video to Mike, see, so he can get a better glimpse of it with the audio being that way, and with the stages, or not stages, golly, with the story being a little bit different, where Raiden comes up first, and then we get a Midway Presents after that. Oh, these storyboards are so good, though. Storyboards are just so good. It's a shame they. And you know what's funny is, if I'm not mistaken, all the storyboard stuff that you see, like all this stuff,
Sub-Zero.
it was on uh, it was on the revision side. So it was on U54 and U63 of MK3. And so what Paul did was Paul moved them off to the graphics ROMs. And that created just an absolute crap ton more space on the revision ROMs. Yeah, they weren't in UMK3 at all. They were in MK3, but not UMK3. So this is what you get when you choose it's called improved in the UMK3 Plus menu. You choose the improved attract mode. You get all the storyboards from MK3. I like that one a lot. Too bad we didn't get a Johnny Cage getting bodied by Motaro deal. Storyboard.
Round one, fight.
That's a good one too. I like that. Transparent Kano. Kano running into the portal. Jack's doing a gotcha grab for some reason. Sonya running. Sub being targeted. Poor guy. Looks like Sector taking off like Cyrax would. Cyrax! There it is, right there. That's the shot. Sub-Zero is about to do a dab. He's like, oh, Cyrax! I like that storyboard a lot too. It's one of my favorites, actually. I really like that one.
It's official. You suck. Round one, fight.
Come on, guys, do something. There you are. Nice. Nice throw. Ooh. Yeah, he gets his he's got his own story since he's a selectable character. He gets his own story. He gets his own storyline. And now it's cycled back around to the attract mode, like the first attract mode. So it'll go through all of the storyboards, and then it cycles back, and then it will continue doing the storyboard. So I think it did noob last, so it'll pick up Rain next, and then it'll cycle back to Kano. Let's see what we got next here. Oh, we didn't get Rain. Yeah, that's not. What's going on here? We're gonna have to fix that, because I think Rain has story, right? He has an ending. Maybe he doesn't have a story. We'll find out.
Round one, fight.
Judo warriors here. There we go. So this is 4. Is that going to be sub? No. Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's not what we want. With the bio. My bad. My bad. Biography, okay. There we go. There's a bio. Okay, so A0 equals 1A. 1A, not A1. Alright, here we go. Hey, hey. What's a V blank? So he's in there. Okay. I just gotta comb through that and figure out how to get him in there.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, so. Cabal is in that shot because he's a good guy. You notice Kano is not. Kano's not in that shot because he's in cahoots with Khan and Shang Tsung. Cabal is in there because he was darn near killed and doesn't know why he was spared, but it is what it is. Alright, fellas. That is going to wrap it up for me tonight. We got some good progress made with the CPU finishers, and we have an option for a possibility of a change for this intro sequence. I'm going to ship that over to MK Arcade Source tomorrow. Let him get a look at it, see what he thinks with the updates there, the changes that are made, and we will go from there. We'll see. It's a possibility for a change. So, and it's really not life altering, I don't think. It could be a good change. So, especially the fact that we have the MK3 intro music makes for a good little thing there too, I think. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you coming out, and thanks for sticking it out with me. And I will catch you guys next time. And you guys have a good one. Take care.